So I started my career in US in 2007, and over the past 15 plus years, I've had the opportunity to work in various domains and companies like Aspentek, Kronos, Cisco, Adobe, which was the most recent one, where I've led the platform and engineering teams across a variety of domains, from industrial scheduling technology to workforce management to enterprise collaborator and security domains and creative cloud solutions. While I had this experience in terms of engineering technical leadership, but I was also ready for next challenging senior leadership role, both from technical and people management point of view in a different companies, FAANG and mix of other relevant companies like Amazon, right, and similar other companies. So that's where it's been like close to 4.5 years I had worked with Adobe. I relocated to India in 2019. I wanted to just go through the process of, structuring my prep work before I actually go and attempt the interview. So that's where here I was contacting you guys to realize the expectations and move to another level, what challenges I can deal with in structured way. So I contacted, like I said, in order to structure my first of all research of which company leadership, is actually structuring out various roles in terms of different levels, what it takes to be there, how has it been for them to be there in those respective companies for a while. So that's where I thought different panel members who are already part of Interview Kickstart, who have worked in similar companies that I'm targeting for, could help me to get that realization and research inputs, get that earlier feedback, and work upon the correction course of action items. That really helped, and that was my motive to actually to contact IK platform and tackling these ambitious problems and right structure, technical narratives. So I had that confidence, I had that experience in terms of career journey. It was more of like a refreshing journey in more structured way that I wanted to have a booster, because obviously if you're already working, dedicating that time in a structured way is hard. So this platform kind of give you the boost and stay on track also with your long-term career growth, innovation for immediate short-term achievements. Definitely. Couple of things I want to share here is, obviously, I know I might look young, but I'm not young. So if you can imagine, I started my career 2007. So mental load is one thing, balancing full-time work, parenting, have 2 boys, energetic, chase behind them, that keeps me on toes. And you could imagine working in a company like already previously like Adobe, you have to take care of, night meetings, daytime meetings, things like that, right? So preparation won't be easy here, right? Dedicating. So high-stake preparation was overwhelming at times. So this is where that platform, first thing, it helped me to have the structured mental load. Other thing is, system design preparation point of view. I've read books and, kind of Alex, lead book and so many things. And YouTube also has things. But YouTube obviously is limited. You go through the content, you don't have forum to ask questions, right, and things like that. So going through some of the materials, at least it gave me a thought process. Okay, go deeper in terms of how you can correlate to what you worked in different companies. Plus, how can you understand what other people are thinking in terms of the architecture trade-offs. That also gave me a perception. Obviously, in leadership or role, main thing is important is architecture proficiency. How people are thinking, evaluating. Because if you think of system design problem, there are many blogs, YouTube videos. People might think, why do I have to invest here and things like that? But the differentiator here is, if it might sound like the interview would call, for example, system design is 45 minutes or 1 hour, but what details can you put in that matters to the panel is important. So when you go through the videos, you have such an intense knowledge, but you can at least it'll give you the confidence that you will start being very organically picky in terms of what you can present by comprehending the knowledge that you have gained in the process of your journey. So that way, I feel one was it helped me to overcome that system design preparation, very structured way. And you will start structuring out in terms of how you present your technical narrative also to show the business impact in relation to what you have worked in, and in relation to expect what the interview panel member would want to hear from you, depending on their projects, possible projects they're working for the respective companies. You have to understand. It's not like you have watched a video and you go and present ABCD. No, at least it'll give you should be in a position to, okay, this is what you have gained the knowledge, and this is what the other person would be interested to hear from you, right? So irrespective of what projects you've worked on, it might not be that they would want to hear about all of it. What matters is current business trends point of view. What is it you can pick and choose to mention? That is where the mock interviews really help me. Yes, this is my over of 19 years of experience, close to 20. Still, there's always a learning curve to understand how best you can present more valuable, impactful presentation way, both from technical and leadership point of view in that 1 hour. So that way it really helped. That's how it helped me to overcome mental load, structuring responses, and the explaining architecture trade-offs, irrespective of the pressures, whatever. That's how these are the obstacles I overcome along the way. Yeah, so outcome, like I said, mock interviews, I would really give thumbs up. I'm stressing out on mock interviews a lot on for other candidates, irrespective of the experience you have, to leverage from IQ platform for the money you invest. Because that's like, instead of you go first attempt and failing in interviews, you fail in here, and take the feedback very seriously. They're very good. At least the people, that panel members that I was like literally chasing team behind. I think if you go back to the operation team, they were fed up. I was like, give me 5 mock interviews, give me 6 mock interviews, telling and giving them like a calendar dates of 10s, stressing them out. They were like, but they were on their toes, giving me their dates. They did the best job. But I thought we should leverage, there are at some point of it, I felt like probably interview panel members, they were shocked, like I'm coming back again. But it was a very good experience. I enjoyed the process involved there. As a result, overcome. But the thing is, I know everybody would want to say the outcome of the journey would be, I want to get offer letter, compensation increase and everything. What is important here is leverage the people who are already worked in these FAANG companies and different companies, and their feedback you need to work upon and plan. Give it like a 2 days before, at least, when the actual interview, or a week if you want to. But depends on how fast-paced you are. The point is not about getting drained out and get mental stress. The point is about how can you leverage their feedback optimistically to work upon and see the gaps. The gaps they share is not to demotivate us. The gaps they share, you will understand, at least for me, made me realize where are my gaps, because each panel member has different perspective here. So collectively, you can get hold of, and the thing is, in each mock interview, you should make sure you give them the topics that you wanted them to discuss, so that you cannot expect in 1 hour everything is covered. So that's where I would, according to that, I plan to have a multiple mock interviews where I gave them the topic in advance that I would want to focus on, and that helped. But as an achievement, I got offered 3 companies: Amazon, Oracle, and Visa. So everything is good. They are all like director and senior engineering manager roles. I've decided to move to Amazon, and I'm happy to be where I am. Thankful to team and along my journey. One input, I know, so one, that my journey from US to India also takes a time to settle down, but I still remember taking mock interviews it's like summer holidays for kids. They're sleeping on the bed and I'm like jumping from one room to another so that the noise is not there. But what the simple input is, it's possible. Irrespective of whatever responsibilities you have managed, just plan it and it's possible for all of us. Yeah. definitely, probably there are more people who have better potential than me. Would like to recognize that before anyone would want to get. It's not like everyone I hear because they don't have potential. Definitely they might have more potential than me, right? Each of us are unique along our journey. One is mindset wise, I think all of us have always challenges to understand, okay, it's been a while, comfort zone, responsibilities, is it feasible? Is it worth the stress, whatnot? Just, I would say, treat your interview preparation as the development that you want to plan for in your career and life, both. So don't just aim to pass, but aim to grow the role you are targeting for. If you can imagine the point that you want to move from point A to point B, what it takes to be there versus down the decade of 5 or 10 years, if you don't put that effort now, what would happen, right? So you would rather put effort now and get to the point of where you want to be in the journey, right? So remove the mindset wise blockers, and tactically again take all that the privileges that interview Kickstart platform offers to you, both from again, to be frank, I've not necessarily leveraged the technical doubts clarification, but for me, even watching videos at my own pace but leveraging mock interviews help. So it does not matter you're taking a fast paced or you're attending sessions, because if you go with the slow course of action also, what matters is how you're structuring versus how the course is structured. Course is structured is one thing. There is a valuable tons of content. It does not mean you have to wait for your attempt to prepare interviews until the point you are done with everything. Just even 30 to 40% you're done with the videos, you will get an idea what is it, what depth they're actually going through, right? So start taking your chances from that point of a time, I would say. And practice not just the solution, but also how you think out loud in terms of explaining the trade-offs clearly. And so implement that feedback immediately, right? And lastly, be patient. Growth at this level takes intention and iteration, but with the right support, it's absolutely achievable.